Welcome to our channel, focusing on African history from an African perspective. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to stay informed about our forgotten heroes and help preserve the diverse tapestry of African history. Let's come together to honor and learn about these significant figures and events that shape our lives. Let's begin by exploring the War of King Hintsa Kakauta, ruler of the AmaXhosa nation in the 1800s, a time marked by European land grabbing and the imposition of religion on indigenous African peoples that led to the bastardization of our culture. The War of King Hintsa defines our history, illustrating the injustices endured by the formerly oppressed people and their resolute response to their former colonizers. The AmaXhosa's Wars of Resistance, also known as the Frontier Wars, spanned from 1779 to 1879, consisting of 9 conflicts between the AmaXhosa nation and European settlers in the Eastern Cape. These wars represent the longest continuous military struggle in African colonial history, with the AmaXhosa people fiercely defending their land against European encroachment. King Hintsa of Kakauta emerged as a pivotal figure in this resistance, provoking the anger of the 19th century Imperial colonial regime with his successes. His defiance led to his arrest and eventual assassination, perpetrated by a young white settler named George Southey, whose actions included mutilating Hintsa's body and taking his head as a trophy to Britain. King Hintsa's great bravery was demonstrated in his steadfast refusal to yield to British demands for cattle and land after the 1834 conflict, initially termed the Kaffir Wars, but later renamed the Frontier Wars. This resistance, occurring concurrently with the imposition of Christianity on indigenous populations, saw indigenous peoples dispossessed of their land through colonial invasions, violence against women and men, and the spread of Western religion. European imperialists and colonialists, accompanied by missionaries and military forces, invaded the Cape region. In 1835, King Hintsa was deceived into so-called peace negotiations by British colonial governor Harry Smith. Smith demanded substantial compensation for the 1834 war, including 50,000 cattle and extensive land concessions, and insisted that Hintsa and his people submit to British rule. Hintsa's refusal led to his captivity until his demands were met, prompting him to order the concealment of cattle. On May 12, 1835, during a journey as a British prisoner led by Governor Harry Smith, Hintsa was fatally shot by Lieutenant George Southey. So they desecrated Hintsa's body. Southey desecrated Hintsa's body, claiming his ornaments, while other soldiers pillaged his possessions. Hintsa's head was severed and taken to Britain. The legacy of King Hintsa Kakauta must be honored, not merely through poetry and speeches, but by addressing the pressing issues of underdevelopment, poverty, inequality, and unemployment in the Eastern Cape, the land for which he sacrificed his life. Many African heroes bravely resisted colonial invaders, yet their stories remain obscured, perpetuating the mental enslavement of African people. It is essential to uncover and celebrate these forgotten heroes to reclaim our history and empower our communities. May the wisdom and humility of our leaders be granted by the Almighty and our ancestors, so that they remember our forgotten heroes, honor their sacrifices, and carry forward their legacy with pride and reverence. May the spirits of those who fought for freedom guide us in our journey, inspiring us to stand tall in the face of adversity and never forget the lessons of history. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to learn more about our forgotten heroes and preserve the rich tapestry of African history. Join us in honoring and learning